Hey guys, how's it going? This is Watch, and in this video we'll be doing a direct photo and video comparison between the new Sony QX1 and the Sony Alpha a5100. Now, if you don't know what the QX1 is or never heard of a device like this, it's basically a large camera sensor that you would typically find in a DSLR or mirrorless camera that you can actually attach and tether to your smartphone or tablet. And basically what this device will allow you to do is transform your iOS or Android device into a professional level DSLR, which is pretty darn incredible. Now, if you want some more information on the QX1, definitely check back to our channel for my full review. But specifically here in this video, we're going to take some time to actually review the photo and video capabilities of the QX1 and compare it again to what I consider to be one of the top compact mirrorless cameras that you can get out there for an affordable price, which is the Sony a5100. Now, the one big interesting factor about both cameras is they both have the identical imaging sensors, both APS-C in terms of size and exact same dimensions. They also have the same E-mount for mounting different Sony lenses. You can also mount Minolta A-mount lenses, as well as some manual lenses, and even mount Sony and Nikon lenses with some different adapters. Now, in terms of the ISO range, both of these two cameras are excellent. The QX1 specifically can go to 100 to 16,000 compared to the a5100, which has an ISO range of about 100 to 25,600 ISO, and both of them have the built-in flash system, which is pretty much identical in every way. Now, in terms of the stills capabilities, the QX1 has a 20.4 megapixel sensor, which can both shoot a JPEG and RAW. Additionally, the a5100 can shoot a little bit higher resolution stills of about 23.4 megapixels. And what we're going to do now is take a look at these different photos that I've taken over the past couple of days between these two cameras. Both cameras were tested with the exact same lens, which is the Sigma 18 to 35 f1.8, as well as the Sony 16 to 50 millimeter kit lens that comes bundled in most mirrorless cameras. Furthermore, the settings on the cameras are identical. We have the ability to shoot RAW on both cameras, so we did so. And what we're going to do now is let you basically take a look at the different images in different circumstances. That way you can be the judge and determine which looks best to you. Now, speaking solely on the image quality, I do have to say that the QX1 is up there with what the a5100 can deliver. I don't think really there's a huge gap in terms of image performance. Certainly in terms of low light, I do find that the a5100 is a little bit better in terms of reducing overall color noise, but definitely not a big night and day difference. This is an amazing thing from a camera that's basically just a sensor. So now what we're going to do is move on to the video capabilities of both these two cameras. Now, you'll notice that both cameras can shoot 1080p at 30 frames per second. There is a big difference in terms of bit rate. Basically, the a5100 can shoot up to 50 megabits per second versus the QX1 tops are around about 18 to 16 megabits per second. But with all that aside, let's go ahead and take a look at the footage that's coming off these two cameras. Now, video-wise, I do have to say that there is a noticeable difference on the quality of the a5100, certainly in terms of color rendition and overall dynamic range. And that's mainly due to the fact that it's recording up to 4 times the information compared to the QX1. So you can see that the shadows and highlights are a little bit better preserved in the footage coming out of the a5100. And you do have a lot more control over how you can control the video image on the mirrorless camera compared to the QX1. But the QX1 overall definitely delivers that nice large sensor shallow depth of field look that you just can't replicate on a camera phone. Now, I do have to admit that the photo capabilities on the QX1 are certainly better than the video capturing capabilities, but hopefully that will change with different firmware upgrades, because the sensor is definitely solid and definitely can match the performance of what you would find in a higher to mid-level DSLR camera. And that's really it for our direct comparison. Now, if you're interested in how this QX1 compares against a a higher level full-size DSLR, definitely check back to our channel, as well as I have their full review of the QX1 on the channel as well. So if you're not subscribed, definitely do so for all of the latest, greatest comparisons and tech reviews. Thanks so much for watching again. We'll see you later. Take care.